Alrighty, guys, it's the final part, guys. After this, I might go to the store, get beer and smokes one last time, or I might just wait till nighttime and get my 25 pack of smokes tonight. If I get my beer and smokes now, I'll only have enough. I'll have just enough to get a 20 pack till the end, till the 20. I get my check on the 29th, is my 20th or 29th. I'll have just enough till the 29th to get a 20 pack for myself. So, Sarah. But if I don't get beer and smokes now, I'll have enough to get a 25 pack till the end of the month, pretty much. Or I get beer and smokes now, and I only have enough for a 20 pack till the end of the month. I'll calculate it on my phone after I make this video. That way, I make sure I have enough because I don't want to wait. When I have no money and I wait, it drives me nuts. I need a smoke every day, man. I need like a smoke in my mouth every day, man. I'm a fucking smoke addict now. I smoke. I've been smoking for 5 years now, man. It's crazy, you know? Yeah. Yeah, when I tell Peter I'm gonna pay the crew 150K, Peter will think I'm crazy. Ivan, you're fucking crazy. I will never do that. Like you're taking $400 million of your money towards salaries alone, Ivan. You're fucking crazy, Ivan. Ivan, like pay them a good like 50K. That's good enough. You don't have to pay them 150K, Ivan. I'm like Peter, man. Peter. It's easier for you to say that. You signed your $500 million deal. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make your hundreds of millions, and these crewmen are all making peanuts. It's easier for you to say that, Peter. No, Peter, I know what I'm doing. Pay them 150K that way they work hard for you, and they don't quit. And that way you keep the Lord of the Rings crewmen happy, and they work harder for you than what they even did for Lord of the Rings. Peter, if you want these crewmen to work really hard for you, you need to pay them a good salary, man. There's nothing worse than doing blood, sweat, and tears for 2 years, and you're getting 30K. No, man. Pay them 150K the way they work hard for you. They can feed their families, buy a nice car, go on a vacation, buy a nice $180,000 condo, $80,000 house. They can do good things with this money, Peter. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for you to say. It's easier for you, Peter, to say that when you sign your fucking dream deal. The actors sign their dream deal. When the actors and you, Peter, my 17-year-old actors can all afford to get their nice cars, their nice clothes, go on a vacation, buy their nice fucking houses. Whereas all these crewmen can't afford to do all the stuff that you can do. Pay them a good salary the way they can live a great life. Okay, Ivan, I see what you're saying. Yeah. That way they work harder for you, Peter. They don't slack off. As I heard, according to the book, some of Peter's guys quit on him. I heard his lighting guy, he's a lighting crewman for the movie. They quit on Peter. Yeah, I heard some of the guys. Yeah, I mean they quit on me. Yeah, because they got paid their shitty $30,000. Yeah, and and Sean Astin complained about his check obviously because he got a shitty $250,000 check. I guarantee even some of the crewmen complain about their check too. This is bullshit, man. Like we're working blood and sweat and tears for 30K, but Hollywood can't afford to pay them a good salary. That's why I'm saying this. If you can't afford to pay the crewmen a rich salary, Hollywood, the least you can do is give them a luxurious buffet. A buffet, that way they work harder for you. Don't feed them shittier like spaghetti meatballs and spaghetti, chili, and meat, potatoes, and salad. Don't do that. Don't serve them a good buffet. That way they work hard for you, obviously. Whereas if you pay them 150K and you serve them with luxury buffet and three beers every week, they're gonna work harder for you, man. They're gonna. I'm not gonna have any problems with my movie. My movie will be the almost perfect movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna have cheesy CGI. The special effects team are gonna work harder for me because I pay them a rich salary. Money talks. The more you pay them, the harder they work. The less you pay them, the less hard they work. They'll still work hard, but they're not gonna work as hard. That's why you got Ladders appearing out of nowhere in Two Towers. You know, that was a big plot. That was a plot hole in the story. Bad editing in some sections, and some bad CGI. The problem in Lord of the Rings is some of the CGI and the editing. Obviously, there's some problems. So when you watch, especially with Return of the King, Return of the King had a lot of had some pretty bad CGI in some sections, and Two Towers had that the Lars appearing out of nowhere, and you had a few bad CGI too in the movie. So I'm saying. And special effects work is dirty work, man. It's fucking dirty ass work. That's why pay the guys a nice $170,000 salary, and pay the main guys their $2 million. That way they work hard for you. If you pay the main guys $2 million, the main editor $2 million, he'll work his ass off for you. As an editor, he'll work really really hard because he got a nice paycheck. He got a nice, I don't know, 1 million in his bank, whatever it is, 1.1, 1.2 million in his bank, 980 grand in his bank. Yeah, well, it depends where he lives, the rates, right? They work really hard. It's nice. You can buy your fucking dream house. A nice. You should get paid a $2 million check. You can buy A nice 500, $600,000 house for yourself. 400,000, 500,000 nice house. Pay it off right away. You can get your nice car, your nice Benz, cheaper Benz. Yeah, you live a good life with that money. A couple hundred grand is enough to last you for a couple of years, 3, 4 years. Yeah, that editor and the main VFX guys will work really hard for you. That's why you're looking at it. My movie will guarantee better than Peter Jackson on the Rings. I'm saying, better story. I poured more money into it. I'm acting as Tack, as VJ as Lithia. I paid Peter more money. I paid my 17 a lot of money. The actors way more money than what they made for Lord of the Rings, what they made for the movies in Hollywood. I paid the crewman, Lord of the Rings crewman, what they made for Lord of the Rings. Hence, everyone worked harder for me. Hence, why I'll get a better movie than Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings, guaranteed. You see what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, I'm actually just saying, yeah. I will guarantee get a better what? A better movie than Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings. Because what? I'll get a better movie because what? I pay more money. That's why Zane's will guarantee better than Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. Yeah. Peter Jackson will even be shocked by how much money I'm paying the crewmen. Once I fly in all the crewmen, some of the crewmen the first year, you know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson will be like, holy shit, Ivan, this is the biggest contract ever for a crewman, too. He'll tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, yeah, in Hollywood, the crewmen don't make this, man. They make like $30K in Hollywood, Ivan. Ivan, you're being with your generous, man. You're paying them $150,000. That's a lot of money, Ivan. It's a big cut in your budget, Ivan. You don't have to pay them that. Ivan, you can pay them 100 grand or maybe 80K. You don't have to pay them 150K. That's you know what I'm saying. I'm like, no, Peter. Pay them 150K. They're gonna work harder for me. You know what I'm saying? But John Favreau might tell me, Ivan, 100K is enough. You don't have to pay them 150K. You got to watch it for your budget, Ivan. I'm like, no, guys, I want to pay them 150K the way they work harder for me. 150K for 2 years of work is a nice paycheck. 50K 1 year, one nice $100,000 fat check the other year. What I'll do, I'll pay the crewman a fatter check the third year and a smaller check because the fourth year they won't be working as much because it's production, right? Whereas the third year they're going to be hard at work. That's why I pay them the 100K the third year. Give them a nice paycheck. They're going to make a nice, I don't know, $2,300 every 2 weeks, every bi-week. A $2,400 bi-weekly check every 2 weeks, man. Fucking nice check, yeah. Every week you get your nice $2,300 check. Do a lot of things with that money. You can feed your family with that money, yeah. Good paycheck. Spoil them buffet, they're going to work hard for me, obviously. They're going to work hard for me, you know what I'm saying? They are going to work harder for me. The Lord of the Rings crewmen, they're going to work harder for me, man. Trust me, they're going to work harder for me. They're going to work much harder for me, Lord of the Rings crewmen. They're going to work harder for me because I paid them what? I paid them a lot of money, obviously. I paid them a lot of money. Really, Ivan? Yes, I paid them a lot of money. And some Lord of the Rings crewmen will work harder for me because I paid them a lot of money, obviously. Trust me, when you watch the documentary, obviously, I recommend all you Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings Reddit. I recommend when you guys are excited and my game is about to be released, my documentary is about to be released. The world's going crazy for that documentary, obviously. I recommend you guys purchase the if you guys don't own the special edition DVD collection of Lord of the Rings, get that. Or you can watch on YouTube. A lot of behind the scenes stuff is on YouTube for Lord of the Rings. You can watch the behind the scenes stuff on YouTube. They have the whole behind the scenes of Return of the King, Two Towers, Fellowship of the Ring. Watch the behind the scenes. You're gonna see Barry Osmond. You're gonna see Fran. You're gonna see Peter in the movie. Obviously, you're gonna see oh my god, Peter looks so much more invested and he's working harder than I was when they did for Lord of the Rings. Yes, because I paid him more money. I gave him his freedom. My company's better than Hollywood. I gave him the nice perks. I'm spoiling the. Holy shit, the Lord of the Rings crewmen look so much more happy working in Ivers when they did in fucking Lord of the Rings. Yes, I paid them the $150,000 salary. They know they can live a good life with that kind of money. If you make $150, that's a rich paycheck. That's $100 grand in your bank, man. It's a nice pay. You're like, yeah, Ivan, $150K is a rich paycheck, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan, if I were a crewman and I made $150K, I'd be fucking happy. Yeah, I'd be happy with that kind of money. That's a nice paycheck, man. And I believe most of Lord of the Rings crewmen are from New Zealand, I heard. If they're from New Zealand, they're going to make their $110,000 after taxes, man. Something crazy. They can live a good life with that money, man. They can buy a nice $180,000 house. They can get a nice car, a nice used, a brand new, nice, like $20,000 cheaper car, or a used $18,000 car they can buy. They can get some nice clothes. They can, you know what I'm saying? They can what? Go on a vacation with their family, feed their family for a year and a half. It's a nice paycheck, man. They're gonna work hard for me, obviously, because they got a nice paycheck. And they not only got a nice paycheck, I'm also gonna give them a $2,000 bonus gift card after filming's finished. They all get a $2,000 gift card, which is nice. Use that money to buy your theater system if you want. Nice paycheck. Your nice flat screen TV, your nice $1,500, $2,000 theater system. Yeah. They'll work hard for me, obviously. And I'm spoiling them with a luxurious buffet. And the crewmen are going to work harder for me, man, than what they even did in fucking Hollywood. What they did in Lord of the Rings. You're going to see, holy shit, the Lord of the Rings crewmen look happy. You know, Richard Taylor, he's the head guy of What a Workshop, right? He's the boss of What a Workshop. He's the manager, right? You're going to see him working harder in my movie because I paid him more money than what he made for Lord of the Rings. For Lord of the Rings, he probably only made like $100K, maybe $75K for Lord of the Rings. Richard Taylor, and I'll pay him a good like $270,000 as a manager. It's a nice paycheck, $270,000 paycheck I can pay him. I'll ask him, how much did you make for Lord of the Rings? Ivan, I only made like $100,000 for Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'll pay you $270,000. Is that a good deal? Ivan, that's a good deal. It's a deal, yeah. He's just like, holy shit, Ivan, you're paying the crewman a rich salary. That's a nice paycheck, Ivan. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, Ivan, the crewmen are all going to work harder for me, Ivan. Because they can all feed their families well with this money. Yeah, they can feed their families well with this money, Peter. I know what I'm doing. You pay them this paycheck. Peter, it's not fair. It's not fair that me, VJU, you know what I'm saying, Guillermo del Toro, Barry Osborne, Fran, all them are all getting, and the actors and all of them are all getting paid a rich paycheck, and these guys make peanuts. No. Pay them a good paycheck. It's fair. The actors are all getting paid a lot of money. You're getting paid a lot of money, Peter. Me and VJ are getting paid a lot of money. Guillermo del Toro, Fran, Barry Osborne, we're all getting paid a lot of money. It doesn't hurt to pay these guys a rich paycheck. That way they work hard for you. Sarah? That way they all work hard for you. And they don't slack off. Sarah? And they don't slack off. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to get beer and smokes after this. I'm thinking of just waiting tonight to get a pack of smokes or, but I'm craving beer and smokes. Tomorrow, from now on, I'll start making my video at nighttime. Today might be the last day I make my video during midday. Tomorrow, I'll wait till nighttime to make a video. Then after my video, I'll go to the store and get my pack of smokes. Obviously. Yeah. And that's why I'm going to tell Peter, please keep your conscience to yourself, man. Don't go bragging to the actors. Or what? Don't go bragging to the actors, the Zanus actors, my 7 team. Even though Jon Favreau signed on, it was $150 million deal. It's a quarter of Peter Jackson's salary, you know what I'm saying? It's a quarter of his paycheck. It's a quarter of Peter Jackson's paycheck. What? Keep your conscience to yourself here. Don't brag to my 7 team or Guillermo del Toro or the actors as you're making way more than them. I'm going to tell VJ, keep the 72% deal that we signed with Amazon to yourself. Don't brag to Peter or the actors. They can get envious. Because we're making way more than them, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. There's a hierarchy. Yeah, I'm going to tell the actors, guys, you sign your nice deal. Don't brag to the crewman that you signed this contract. I'm going to tell them, guys, I recommend you don't do this. It's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but I'm just saying, if you tell the crewman that you signed, the kind of contract you signed, they can get envious, man. It's just even though the crewman signed the rich $150,000 deal, it's not the kind of money you guys are making. You guys are making way more than them. It's funny, you have this hierarchy. It's actually funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, guaranteed some of the actors are going to brag while they're filming. Yeah, hey, what are you going to do with your money? They might talk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. You see Yvonne does, he talks to John Boyega. Hey, John, what are you doing with your money? Yeah, I might buy myself a nice Porsche for myself. A nice $80,000 Porsche. Yeah, I'm going to use my merch money to buy my Porsche. And my speaking for your needs to buy my Porsche. I'm like, the money I made off my games, the money I made off the game, I'm going to use that. I might use that money to buy my house. Buy a nice condo for myself. A nice $1.5, $2 million condo for myself. Yeah, they're fucking rich people. They made a lot of money off my movie, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a nice set of clothes for myself. Spend a good chunk, a couple $1,000 on clothes. You know, so they might brag and all that stuff. Yeah, and some of the crewmen might hear it and they might be envious, obviously. As I guarantee in Hollywood, sometimes the actors brag a little bit about stuff they're getting, and the crewmen get a little envious because they can't afford those kind of stuff. They can't afford those clothes, those shoes, those cars. Yeah. Lord Always crewmen, the amount of money I'm paying them, they can afford to get a nice car, a nice used car, a nice $17,000, maybe like $17,000 used car, but they can't afford to get like Porsches, $80,000 Porsches, and like $150,000 Ferraris. They can't afford that. Whereas the actors can afford it because they got paid their millions. They're already rich. Don't forget that they already have money in their bank, and they got paid. They got millions in their bank. They can easily afford to get a $100,000 Ferrari, $100,000 Porsche, $100,000 Corvette, $100,000. You know what I'm saying? BMW, Benz. They can afford to get those cars because they got paid their millions. They got paid their millions. They also got side money. They got their merch money, their speaking earnings. They made so much money they can afford to get those nice cars. Whereas a crewman can't afford that. That's what I'm saying. Or they can't afford that. That's why I'm like, John, you know what I'm saying? Evangeli, please, guys. Yeah, you're happy you signed your big deal. Keep your fucking contract to yourself, man. Don't go bragging around the crew, man. Otherwise, they can get pissed off. You see what I'm saying? They can get really pissed off. They can get envious. I'm gonna tell my head chefs, my photographers, and all them, don't go bragging to the other members of the crew that how much money you make, because they can get envious too. As the photographers and all them are making a lot of money too. The photographers are making like $380,000. The head chefs are making $415,000. It's a fucking lot of money. And do good. You're living the upper class life with that kind of money. Don't go bragging to the assistants. Tell the supervisors, guys, if you sign your $220,000, $200,000, $250,000 deal, don't go bragging to the other members of the group. They can get envious. See what I'm saying? But guaranteed members of the crewmen are all going to brag. Some of them are going to talk to each other. Hey, what are you going to do with your money? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might buy myself a nice used $17,000 car, a nice $17,000 Mazda, $17,000 Honda. You know what I'm saying? On a used car. I'll take my family out on a 2-week vacation in Cuba and in Europe, and I might buy myself a nice $180,000 house, a nice duplex house, a semi-detached nice house for myself, a nice cheap $180,000 house I might buy. $180,000, you only need to put a good like $12,000 down payment on that. You can easily afford it. If you make $40K in Hollywood, $45K in Hollywood, you can afford to make your payments. Yeah, man, they can buy a nice $180,000. $180,000 this is the nicest house, but they can buy a house for themselves. Yeah, or I might rent. If the guy's single, yeah, I might get a nice apartment for myself, a nice $1,500 a month apartment for myself. A $2,000 a month apartment for myself, I might get for myself. Yeah, they can afford to get a $2,000 a month apartment and pay their rent for a couple of years with that kind of with the money that they made. Yeah, because all those Lord of the Rings crewmen, after they film my movie, they're gonna get offers in Hollywood, obviously, and they can probably bargain for a bit more money. They can probably bargain for maybe 40, 45K, maybe 50K now in Hollywood. Still shittier money, but they can bargain for more money. Chances are Lord of the Rings crewmen can now bargain for maybe, instead of 35K, they can bargain for 40, 45K in Hollywood. Hey, can you give me a raise? Yeah, we can pay you 45K, which is a pretty shitty paycheck, obviously, but they can bargain for a bit of a raise, obviously. And that's why Lord of the Rings crewmen are also going to beg me to resign them, because they know in Hollywood they're going to get shitty money. They might diss Hollywood. Ivan, man, if I go back to Hollywood, I'm going to get paid shitty money, man. I don't want to do that blood, sweat, and tears. I'm going to go back to eating that shitty fucking food, man. Yeah, because Hollywood's cheaper for my coffee users there. They might diss Hollywood. All right, Ivan, if I go back to Hollywood, I'm going to go back to making my shitty fucking 35, 40K. Hollywood's gonna serve us shittier fucking food. They're not gonna have a luxury. They're not gonna serve us luxury buffet like you did, Ivan. They're not gonna give us 3 beers once a week. They're not gonna fly us privately exclusively. They're not gonna fucking rent a hotel for the whole crew and cast, obviously, and have a 2-day party. They're not gonna do it, Ivan. Hollywood's fucking cheap compared to your company, man. I want to work for you, Ivan. Some of the crew might cry, Ivan, please, man. I don't want to work at Hollywood. I want to work for you. Your company's much better than Hollywood, man. Like the amount of money you pay me, man, I can feed my family, man. I can live a great life with this kind of money, Ivan. The reason why they all want to work for me, because they know if they get that 150K, yeah, if Ivan re-signs me for all his movies and I get paid 150K, I'm gonna be living the upper class life, the rich life, obviously, the rich life for an average person. I'm gonna be living the rich life for an average person, a pretty rich life. As 150K, I told you, is a rich paycheck. It's $100,000 in your bank, man, after taxes, man. You do a lot of things with $100,000. If I made $100,000 working on a movie, I'd be for every movie project. I'd be living a life, and I can rent my nice apartment, my nice $2,000, $1,800, $1,500 a month apartment, I'm gonna buy myself a nice used like $17,000 car for myself, a nice fucking car. Not a brand new one, but I can get a nice fucking used car for myself. A nice used Mercedes Benz, a nice used. They can get a nice used BMW, a nice used Benz, a nice used Mazda, a nice used Honda, a nice used Maxima, a nice used, it's a nice used car. Yeah, go on a vacation, a nice 2 week vacation. Yeah, buy some nice clothes. Yeah, man, you're living a good life, man. Go to the bar. $2,000 use that money to go to the bar, have a nice beer at the bar. Yeah, man. It's a nice fucking paycheck. Yeah, man. That's why Lawrence crewmen are guaranteed gonna beg me to resign him. It looks to me crazy. Who's gonna beg the most? The ones who are gonna beg the most are the actors, obviously. The actors and Peter Jackson alone, they're gonna really beg. Because the actors were the stars of my movie, and I paid them more money than what they make in Hollywood on average. They know yeah, we know Ivan can pay us more money than Hollywood on average. Yes. I can pay the actors more money than Hollywood on average. John Boyega knows if he's in my Great Escape movie, he knows I can offer him a $9 million contract, a $9.3 million contract. I can give him $6, $7 million, $8 million of the royalties for that. In Hollywood, when John Boyega goes back to Hollywood, chances are he'll bargain for his $4 or $5 million around there. He'll bargain for, because Hollywood's cheap. Hollywood can't afford to pay the actors the kind of money I'm paying him. Yeah, if Ivan just gives us a piece of the royalties, he can pay us more money on average. Yes, more than even Hollywood. Yes, and I'm spoiling the actors with perks. John Boyega knows Hollywood not rent out a hotel and do a 2-day party for the entire cast and crew. Hollywood, they have mansion parties where the actors get invited, but the crewmen don't get invited to that stuff. It's only the actors who get invited to that stuff, and some of the crewmen. Whereas I invited the entire whole crew and cast to, and he booked the whole hotel for them for the party, and the 2-day party and the red carpet event. Hollywood doesn't do that, man. When I mean a luxury hotel, I mean a top high-end luxury hotel. The Bergerac Resort is the best hotel in Switzerland, I believe. It's up there. One of the best or the best hotel in Switzerland. It's a beautiful hotel. I showed you guys those pictures, man. It's a luxury top high-end hotel, man. Actors are going to party up there. The actors get to party up there for 2 days. Ivan Lorman's crewmen beg, yes, they're guaranteed going to beg. After the 2-day party's over, and everyone says their goodbyes, you're going to see the crewmen begging me to resign him. Ivan, please, can I work in your next movie, man? I'm like, no, guys. You're not good for the Great Escape. You're not good. Ivan, please, man, I don't want to work in Hollywood, man. If I go back to Hollywood, they're going to pay me fucking shitty fucking paycheck, man. Yeah, they know if they go back to Hollywood, they're going to get their shitty paycheck. They're 35, 40K, 30K. Hollywood's going to serve them shittier food. Even if Hollywood serves them a buffet, sometimes they serve them shittier food. Like spaghetti and chili and meat, potatoes and pasta, that kind of stuff. Orange juice, that kind of stuff. Whereas I can serve the crewmen with a luxurious buffet with all you can drink milkshake, soft drinks, vending machine, sliders, pizza, poutine, fried rice, teriyaki meats, chicken balls, huge salad bar, ribs, wings, a nice breakfast, nice dessert. Yeah, man, they know in Hollywood they're not going to get that. Sometimes Hollywood spoils the actors, obviously, when they feed them. They might order pizza for the crewmen, the actors. They do that sometimes, obviously. According to the book, the actors, Lord of the Rings, sometimes Hollywood bought them pizza. They do that sometimes, obviously. But like their company is not my company. My company is better than Hollywood. I'm saying. The crewmen know Hollywood will fly them commercial wherever they film. Whereas Ivan flew them exclusively privately to Switzerland, to the red carpet event. He flew everyone privately. Yeah, Hollywood flies them all commercial. Because my company is better than Hollywood. I'm saying. My company is better than Hollywood. Hence why what? Hence why Lord crewmen are going to beg. I'm going to keep saying this. See this crewman around. I'm only hiring Hollywood crewmen. Only the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to put on that. I only want the crewmen who worked on Lord of the Rings to work on my Zane's movie. No one else. No other Hollywood crewman is allowed to work on a movie except for the Lord of the Rings crewmen and the Hobbit crewmen. Say Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. That way they know. So if you worked on the Hobbit, you're more than welcome to work on my Zane's movie. If you worked in Lord of the Rings, you're more than welcome to work on my Zane's movie. Whereas all the other crewmen in Hollywood are not allowed to work on my movie. Those are the best crewmen for my movie. And C-list crewmen are out. I'm not hiring C-list people. C-list people are out. I'm not hiring C-list people. C-list people are out. You didn't allow me to make 50K, and you're also not allowed to work for my company. Obviously. That's why guaranteed Zane's will be better than Peter Jackson of the Rings. Because what? Because I paid the crewmen what? more money. I paid Peter more money, double what he made for Lord of the Rings. Paid all the actors more money what they made for Lord of the Rings, what the actors made for Lord of the Rings. My 7 team, hence what? They're going to work hard for me. Hence why my movie will guarantee better than Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings, guaranteed. Looking at an amazing movie, man. You guys already know, you can see the future. You know how good my movie is. You're looking at a masterpiece. An amazing movie. Yeah. Well, the amount of money to end it off with, the amount of money I'm paying the crewman is so rich that Peter Jackson will guarantee tell me, Ivan, I think you're being a bit too generous with the crewman. 150K is a bit too much, Ivan. No, Peter. I want to pay them that much money. That way they work harder for you. You get a better movie. And they work harder for you and they work harder for me. I bet you say, yeah. Hence why his answer the best story told the most picture. Anyways, for this video, I ran out of time here. I'm going to upload this video, take my shower, and I'll probably get my beer and smokes. And for the rest of the month, I'll get my 20 pack of smokes. I remember signing up. Peace.